That's right, especially since Houston police say Takeoff was not the intended target that night. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, as we mentioned, the man charged with murder is Patrick Clark. Court documents show he's a self-employed DJ with no income, so he's asked for a court-appointed attorney. In probable cause court Friday, it was revealed that Clark was caught shooting his gun on camera while holding a wine bottle, and he allegedly had plans to leave the country.
We have a little bit of an update for you here with what exactly happened here in court earlier this morning. And so 33-year-old Patrick Xavier Clark made his second appearance in court. He was in the 232nd, and obviously he's still in custody after a judge set his bond at $2 million during his probable cause hearing back on Friday. And so today's appearance, again, pretty quick. He's being represented by two attorneys, and you'll hear from them in just a moment. But there were two major things that were discussed this morning. The first was to remove two names from Clark's bond conditions, people that he is not allowed to contact if he should post bond. This was all listed in that court paperwork. Well, we've confirmed that one of the names at issue here is Jay Prince Jr. and also listed any members of that family or household. And so we did reach out to the family's attorney, Kent Schaefer, who tells ABC 13, quote, "There was no reason to put Mr. Prince's family's name in the bond conditions. The state agreed and it will be removed." And so ABC 13 did confirm the night Takeoff was shot. A party for Jay Prince Jr. was happening at that bowling alley. And so also discussed was Clark's $2 million bond. His attorneys have requested for a bond reduction hearing in just a few days. And Clark's defense attorneys did speak out after this hearing concluded. And I asked specifically about the allegations coming from HPD that Clark had obtained a passport and tickets to Mexico shortly before being arrested. Investigators say that he had a passport and supposedly had bought tickets to go to Mexico. Any comment on that?
Yeah, that's true. However, there's other circumstances surrounding that. That was something that was already pre-planned, and it was canceled before he was arrested. So I think that's important. He wasn't trying to go anywhere.
All right, so you just heard there Clark's defense attorney saying that trip was canceled before any of the arrests happened. And so right now we are hearing that the bond reduction hearing will be set for some time on Wednesday. They're still working those logistics out. So, of course, once we know more, we'll bring it to you right here on ABC 13. But for now, we're live from downtown Houston. Charlie Edsity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
The case followed so closely here and around the country and for some around the world. Charlie,
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. First and foremost, once again, I want to send condolences and prayers to the entire family of Takeoff. Fly high, long live the last rocket, man. Rest in peace to the legend forever. Now, the accused shooter in this case made another appearance in court today, and a few things got discussed, and I want to make sure y'all get the facts, the real, no conspiracy theories, none of the other stuff that they saying online that don't even matter or hold up no weight. Now, I'm going to read the write-ups in just a second so y'all can catch it again on what it is and what's being actually discussed back there. Now, one thing they talked about was the Prince family's lawyer being in contact with them about the bond transcripts, the bond documents. And hey, why is the Prince family being mentioned as somebody he cannot contact in this situation? They got that removed, that they should not be up in there for the simple fact, not that we want to talk to them, but it's making us seem like we're suspects or we're part of this situation of him being killed. That's what I took from why they wouldn't want their name in this bond thing. Who would anyways? Just keeping it all the way 1,000 with that. Then also what got discussed was the bond reduction. And his lawyers making the claim that, hey, he canceled that trip before he was arrested, meaning the flight risk side should be reduced a little bit for his bond and everything. Now, I always say innocent until proven guilty, and I'm going to always be on that in these court documents, the situations. They're claiming the ballistics. They claiming he's on surveillance. I haven't seen any of that myself. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. I like to see it and know it as that. There was like a couple 20-second videos going around. The internet detective solved the crime, figured out who they thought did it, and then it came out to be somebody that was never mentioned or discussed in this situation, allegedly. So we shall wait and see till the real comes out, innocent until proven guilty. But to read up the main key factors, it says this. The first item discussed on Monday was to remove certain names from Clark's bond conditions as people he is not allowed to contact if he posts bond. ABC 13 confirmed the current conditions named Jay Prince Jr. and any members of his family or household. We reached out to the family's attorney, Kent Schaefer, who tells ABC 13 there was no reason to put Mr. Prince's family in the bond conditions. The state agreed and it will be removed. Also, the second item discussed was Clark's $2 million bond. His attorneys requested a bond reduction hearing. Clark's defense attorney spoke after the hearing, and we asked specifically about the allegations coming from Houston police that the suspect had obtained a passport and tickets to Mexico shortly before being arrested. That was something that was already pre-planned, and it was canceled before he was arrested. So I think that's important. He wasn't trying to go anywhere. Leticia Quanans, and I might be messing her name, Clark's attorney said. Now, I like to come with the facts, man. That's the latest update in this case situation. They supposed to be going back to court. Overall, man, we got to do better as people, and I'm going to keep saying that. No reason for Takeoff to die. None of this is worth it, man. None of this, bro. No reason for that man to lose his life or the other two people that got shot. And that's going to be a whole nother investigation in itself because he's not being charged with shooting those two. But at the end of the day, Takeoff, man, rest in peace. We got to stop this energy, the ego problems. We don't want to talk shit out, and they got to prove themselves and not being able to communicate with one another and seeing each other as, hey, this is weak, this is that. Nah, man, let's do better. Rest in peace, Takeoff. More stuff coming, more everything. The facts, man, we going to put out the real facts coming from the courts. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.